Don't forget to press the bell icon so you will get notified when I post new video. Let us start with decision tree. In today's video, we are going to cover introduction, terminologies, different splitting criteria, pros and cons. To understand decision tree, we will take examples of student. So, what exactly decision tree does? It classifies our data into two groups, yes or no, whether condition is satisfying or not. If condition satisfies, it will be in yes. If condition will not be satisfied, it will be categorized as no. Examples of decision tree is predicting tumor cells, classifying credit card transactions as legitimate or fraudulent, classify secondary structures of protein, examples alpha, beta, random coil, categorize news stories. So all these examples of are categories. What is decision tree? Let us try to understand with an example. Here we have 20 students, 10 play cricket, 10 do not play cricket. Here we have classified our data in two categories: less than 5.5 feet students, greater than 5.5 feet students. Less than 5.5 feet students percentage is 25%. It means 25% of students play cricket. That can be identified by play cricket equals to 2 students divided by 8, that is 25. In greater than equals to 5.5 feet, 66.67% of students play cricket. Let us see next example. In this example, we have classified based on their performance in class. 57% of student is above average and 33 is below average. Let us see next split. In this, you can classify which is the best split. Obviously, split on class is the best split as it can minimize the number of mixed nodes in particular class. Here 80% of student in class 9th play cricket and 20% only of class 10 student play cricket because of their board exams or any other factors. Here you can see that node can be classified based on specific condition in which maximum information gain we can attain. It means that we have maximum positive nodes or maximum negative nodes. There should be least mixed nodes in particular class. How to select deciding node? Which is the best classifier? Here you can see that in class C it can identify students properly. That means we want all positives in one node and all negatives in other node. It is called as perfect split. From these three, C is the better option because it has produced almost pure nodes. We will discuss about pure nodes and how to get right split in upcoming videos. Information gain is a measure to define the degree of disorganization in a system known as entropy. Entropy is zero if all members of S belong to same class. We have seen in further PPT class C's entropy is zero as it contains nodes from only one class. Entropy is 1 when collection contains an equal number of positive and negative example. Here class A contains almost equal number of examples of blue and yellow. So entropy is 1. Entropy is between 0 and 1 if the collection contains unequal number of positive and negative samples. Here class B has more blue and only 3 yellow samples. So entropy is between 0 and 1. I hope you are understanding what entropy means. It means how pure our node is, how pure our classification is. Let us try to understand information gain. Information gain decides which attributes goes into decision node. To minimize tree's depth, the attribute with the most entropy reduction is the best choice, as we have seen that entropy is 0 when node is purely classified. So we can minimize our classification such that condition match the minimize entropy value. Issues with decision tree. How deeply to grow decision tree? Handling continuous attributes, because decision tree can only be used where we have to classify. If we have numbers like heights, students marks, we can't classify it based on that. Choosing an appropriate attribute selection measure. We have seen that choosing an wrong attribute for condition may lead to high entropy value and less impure node. Handling training data with missing attribute values. Sometimes we have dataset that have missing values. We have to treat it properly. We have to fill missing values with many other techniques. I will cover it in further videos. What is overfitting? A model is said to be overfitted when we feed lot of data than necessary. When a model feeds lot of data, then it starts catching noisy data, inaccurate values, which leads to efficiency and accuracy of model will be decreased. So let us take an example to see. See here, in linear regression, some data points are very far from the line because we have fed lot of data than it actually needs to train. So due to that, our model try to overfit all the points in our data set, leading to overfitting. There are two main causes of overfitting: due to noise and due to lack of representative instance. So how to avoid overfitting? Stop growing tree earlier before it reaches the point where it perfectly classified the data. Approaches to implement overfit are chi-square of statistical test, heuristic called minimum description length principle. We will cover overfitting in next video. We will also cover approaches to implement, so don't worry, we will cover all these things in further videos. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and like and share. Advantages of decision tree. Compared to other algorithms, decision tree require less effort. A decision tree does not require normalization of data. Missing values in our data does not affect the process of building decision tree. Decision tree is very intuitive and easy to explain. Appropriate problems for decision tree. Instances are represented by attribute value pairs. Target function has discrete output values. Training data may contain errors. Training data may have missing attribute values. So here we can see that missing attribute values, errors, all can affect our decision tree. So before modeling our training data, we have to clean our data, handle missing attributes, handle all the values, handle all the errors, then only we'll have accurate model. If you liked my video, please share, like and subscribe my channel for further videos.